good people of the Functional Movement Screen, or checking out the Functional Movement Screen website and my article and video. I am Mark Fisher of www.markfisherfitness.com. Today, I want to take a moment in this video. You've read the article, no doubt, so you know how I use it generally in my business. Now, I'm going to show you how I use the corrections specifically to deal with a specific issue, right? So today, we got my client here, Brian. Brian, wave to the camera, Brian. Brian has a little bit of a limitation in his active straight leg raise, right? So what I'm going to do is we're going to see where we're at with the active straight leg raise. We're going to try a correction. Then we're going to go back and hopefully, God willing, magic will have happened and you'll be dazzled. It'll be like I've cast a spell. So first thing we want to do is we just want to go ahead and just look at the active straight leg raise. So from here, Brian, feet together. Flex the feet to 90 degrees. One leg at a time, nice and slow. I want you to raise up the one leg, keeping both feet pointing forward. Off you go. Great. So not the end of the world, right? We got some limitations. Let's go look at the other side. Same thing again and again. You can see the malleolus. We're not quite the patella, right? We're a little bit in the danger zone. Is the end of the world? No, right? We're not going to break, but we can do better. We can take better care of Brian. And that, by George, is what we're about to do. So the correction I would like to use, this is one of my go-to corrections. I think there's a lot of value in this particular one because you cover a lot of bases when you use this. It's called a crocodile breath. We stole it from the yogis. At this point, I think we've reached kind of a consensus in the industry where, for the most part, we know we're not really dealing with tight muscles or short muscles, so to speak. It is more that the nervous system is holding on to tone. So now we're going to use some ninja powers, cast some ninja magical spells, and do some voodoo, hopefully, on Brian's nervous system. And we'll see. Maybe we'll catch lightning in a bottle. We'll see. All right, so Brian, what I'd like you to do now is kindly roll on your stomach for me. I want you to put your forehead on your hands like so. Now, very anticlimactic, we're going to breathe. We're just going to breathe, right? So from here, I'm going to give you a little bit of pressure on your back, and I'm going to just put my hand up here, right? I want you breathing in your low back and relaxing up here. Off you are. Good, and that's just beautiful, right? Now, Brian is a trained singer and a Broadway veteran, right? So he has no problems. So as soon as he goes there doing this, he's breathing beautifully. Now, I don't know, that might mean this might be anticlimactic, right? So if somebody goes to crocodile breath and they know how to do it immediately, sometimes that means that we're not necessarily going to get what we want. But again, that's the beauty of the screen. I don't need to know. We're just going to try it. We'll go right back and check the ASLR and see how that goes. So again, we're just going to breathe here for a minute. I'm going to give you just a little bit of pressure here. And ideally, I would like you breathing in through the nose, right? Unless you're congested, in which case, don't worry about it. Additionally, I like to cue people when they're crocodile breathing. I want the exhalation ideally to last twice as long as the inhalation, right? So now I'm going to give you a little bit of pressure on your obliques, Brian. I want you to breathe out. Oh, yes, he's nailing it. He's nailing it, America. He's nailing it, right? So as you do this, yeah, again, I'm just going to give you a little bit of pressure. That's fantastic lateral expansion. So I can feel his obliques really working, so I know he's doing it properly. He's nailing it here, right? So again, I'm going to have you just keep breathing here, right? And as you do this, ideally, we're really connecting with an authentic feeling of relief, right? I really want you thinking your Peter Pan thoughts that make you fly, right? You could think about people that you're grateful for in your life, achievements, character traits you're proud of, things that are coming up you're looking forward to, right? Because I want to do this thoroughly to be certain that we've really tried this, so I know for sure what this is or is not working. I'm going to go ahead and let Brian rock here for about a minute and a half. And just breathe and just think happy thoughts and be psyched about life. And through the magic of modern technology, we're going to fast forward in time. It's going to be very like Rachel Ray, put the muffins in the oven, and then boom, oh, the muffins are done already. So here we go. We're going to give Brian about a minute and a half. Magic of technology. And through the magic of modern technology, we've now fast forwarded into the future. A minute and a half has gone by. Brian, I'd like to, you can take 1 or 2 more breaths if you want, and then I want you to gently, gently, gently roll over on your back, and we're going to go ahead and retest the screen and see if anything works. So, feet straight out in front of you. Flex the feet to 90 degrees. Palms up, a little bit out, a little bit wider. Good, feet together. Keeping both feet pointing straight up. One leg at a time, nice and slow, legs straight, off you go. And other side. Clearly we got some substantial improvement, right? So that tells me this is probably going to be a winner for Brian. Honestly, I would have liked a little bit more, so I will probably go ahead and explore some other correctives. Next up, I'll probably try some soft tissue work. I may even try some PNF, or even, dare I say it, some static stretching, which we know isn't very cool right now. I just want to say as one last thing, I'd be remiss in saying, that we should just leave it right there, because in a perfect world, we want to lock that in right now. We've got that mobility. We cast a spell on his nervous system. Ideally, now that we've got this, we want to tell the brain, hey, we're going to use that, because otherwise the hamstrings would be like, or whatever the restricting factor is, maybe it's the hip flexors, right? They're going to do this type of thing. They're just going to be like, I want to go back to where I was. And they're going to try to get back right now. So if we lock it in, if I say maybe take them over, do some deadlifts, at that point the brain's going to go, hey, we're going to use that. And then the hamstrings are back, okay. Or hip flexors, right? Because let's remember, the active straight leg raise, there's something going on with the pattern. We don't know what it is. We don't know. It could be core control, could be down leg hip flexor, could be top leg hamstring. But regardless, that's what I love about Crocodile Breath. It's kind of one-stop shopping. I highly recommend you should check it out. I hope you enjoyed the video. Just want to thank you for taking the time to watch, for checking out my silly article. I want to thank Functional Movement Screens for asking me to do this. And I want to thank Gray and Lee for making the FMS, because, man, I can't thank you guys enough how awesome it's been for me to use the screens for my personal practice and make people healthy and hot. You're awesome for watching. You have a great day. And check me out at www.markfisherfitness.com. Thanks so much.